Hello students, welcome to history lecture. Today we are going to start chapter number 4, Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. In this chapter we will learn about the social, political and economic condition of Maharashtra before the times of Shivaji Maharaj. First we will learn about the powers who entered Maharashtra and tried to capture and rule various regions in Maharashtra. Students, at the beginning of 17th century, most of the territory in Maharashtra was under the control of Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar and Adil Shah of Bijapur. The Mughals had entered Khandesh, which is in the northwest of Maharashtra, but their actual objective was to expand their power in the south. There were settlements of Siddhi people, Siddhi who had come from Africa, and they settled along the coastline of Konkan. Not only Mughals and Siddhi entered Maharashtra, but also there was stiff competition among some European powers such as Portuguese, French, Dutch, and British to capture the markets for trade. They entered through the medium of trading companies by setting up their factories. Portuguese established their rule in Goa and western coastline, and British, Dutch and French started showing their superior powers, and the conflict among them created instability and insecurity in Maharashtra. Now, let us learn about the settlements during that period which were known as Mauja, Kasba and Pargana. A smaller village was known as Mauja, a big village was known as Kasba, and many villages together made a Pargana. Now, let us learn in detail about Mauja. Mauja was a small village. The chief of the village was the Patil. His work was to look after the welfare of the people and village, to solve the disputes of the people, to maintain peace in the village, to bring more land under cultivation, and a Kulkarni helped the Patil in his work. The Kulkarni kept the record of the revenue that was collected. People in the village were involved in various different occupations. Some were peasants, some were artisans. Peasants means farmers, and artisans include carpenter, tailor, blacksmith, cobbler, potter, mason, etc. So, artisans used to work for the village development. They rendered their services to the village community, and the peasants used to give a share of their food grains to the artisans. This share was known as Baluta. Next is Kasba. A big village was known as Kasba. It was usually the headquarters of Pargana. Headquarters means the place from where an organization is controlled. For example, Indapur Kasba of Indapur Pargana, Vahi Kasba of Vahi Pargana were the headquarters of those Parganas. A market was organized adjacent to a Kasba, which was known as Pet. Adjacent means close to Kasba. The setting up of a Pet was the job of the Shettes and Mahajans. For that, they received some land from the government and some rights from the villagers. The Shette and Mahajan were the Watandars of the Pet. Every village did not necessarily have a Pet. The Mahajan maintained the accounts of the Pet. Students, do you know, as per the order of Veer Mata Jijabai, a Pet was established in Pashan near Pune. It was called Jijapur. Similarly, many other Pets were established For example, Malpura in the name of Maloji, Khelpura in the name of Kheloji, Paraspura in the name of Parsoji, Vithapura in the name of Vithoji. These pests were established in Aurangabad. Similarly, Shivpur, adjacent to Khed, was a pet established in the name of Shivaji Maharaj. Students, the words Budruk and Khurd are used to show that the two villages are different. Budruk is used to distinguish two segments of a village or two villages with the same name, and Khurd means smaller, Budruk means greater. The original town is Budruk and the new one is Khurd. For example, Vadgaon Budruk and Vadgaon Khurd. Students, we studied about Mauja and Kasbah. A small village was known as Mauja and a Kasbah was like a big village. What is Pargana? Many villages together made a Pargana. We also studied about Patil and Kulkarni in village. Similarly, there were Deshmukh and Deshpande in Pargana. The chief of Patils was Deshmukh in the Pargana and the Deshpande was the chief of all Kulkarnis in the Pargana. But the number of villages was not same in all the Parganas. For example, the Pune Pargana consisted of 290 villages. Chakan Pargana consisted of 64 villages and the Shirwal Pargana consisted of 40 villages. So, some Parganas were big and some were small. The Deshmukh and the Deshpande were the Watandar officers of the Pargana. These Watandars officers were the link between the people and the government. These Watandars represented the complaints of the people to the government in case of any difficulty or dispute like invasion or drought. But sometimes these officers misused their powers. They collected more money from the people and did not pay to the government on time. In this way, the people were harassed. The calamity of a famine. Calamity means disaster and famine means shortage of food for a longer period of time. A great famine occurred in Maharashtra in 1630 CE. There was a severe scarcity of food grains. It became difficult for the people to get food grains and other things. Families were destroyed. There was no fodder for the cattle. Cattle and farm animals died. Due to shortage of water, agriculture was destroyed. The famine put an end to the industries. It became difficult for the people to live in the village. People had to wander to faraway regions in the search of livelihood. Thus, it was a great challenge to bring back to normalcy the devastated life of the people. In next session, we will study about the work of Warkari movement, the work of saints to bring peace in the society.